this is all that there is.
Right.
And so, that's another part of stripping who we are, because now we have no connections to our
Mm-hmm.
family, friends.
So describe a typical day. What time would people wait? Were you sharing rooms?
Oh
What
yeah,
time would you
yeah,
wake up?
yeah.
Describe a little
So
more.
I'll remember the schedule to the best of my ability. But we were staying each in my program. We were divided into families. So a family was essentially, 25 to 30 kids, co-ed, and then we had our, lead staff, which is our mothers and fathers, and then the kids that we were with were our brothers and sisters. And so in each family, they all had dorms, which were basically dilapidated trailers. And so there would be like a boys, like I was in family five. So there was a girls' family five trailer. So all the girls from family five stayed in the trailer. And then there was a boys' family five trailer and all the boys from, and so on. Okay. And so
Mm-hmm.
there were six families. So I stayed with all the girls in my family, roughly maybe 10, maybe a little more than that, in this trailer with like no air conditioning. And it was just, yeah, they ended up getting torn down because they were just like not safe or up to
Mm-hmm.
code. But yeah, so we're all living together. We're staying in bunk beds, throughout the trailer. We were always with somebody. You were not even allowed to go to the bathroom. If you had to go to the bathroom, you needed to ask permission, and then you had a buddy that was going to take you to
Mm.
the bathroom and watch what you were
Was
doing.
the bathroom in the trailer or it was
Sure.
outside?
Yeah, so we did have a bathroom in the
Mm-hmm.
trailer. So the bathroom was in the trailer. Our showers were monitored. Every move we made was monitored.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were considered someone who was not conforming like me, you did not ever go anywhere. You couldn't even talk out of turn. And if you did say something, that was maybe considered negative, then it would immediately be reported back
Mm-hmm.
to the staff, and they would bring you up in front of the family during our meals, and you get yelled and screamed at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you were always being told on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another form of behavior control because right, and thought control, but you know that anything you do is you're going
So
to get told on.
what was their plan for how to help you become an adult and be a functioning member of society if they had one?
So help, I use that term loosely, but
Right.
their version of help was basically tearing us down. So yelling and screaming, calling us names, tear you down, and then we will build you back up to,
Mm.
the program version. The problem is that there was never any building up. There was never any positive feedback. There was never any, hey, let's have a chat. And some kids report that there was, but for me there certainly wasn't. And it
Mm-hmm.
always comes with a condition. It always comes with a condition. So,
Meaning a performance thing.
hmm yeah. And if you do, maybe trust a staff member that's being nice to you, but if you tell them something, private, like you would a counselor, right? Like with therapists, like there's the confidentiality, okay? There was never any confidentiality there.
I see.
Um, you know, And so it would always get brought back and it'd be told in front of your entire family. So all the kids in your family, all the staff would hear maybe this personal thing that you were trying to work through
Mm-hmm.
would get twisted and then brought out.
Mm-hmm. So there's no privacy, no
The
healthy
privacy.
boundaries, no teaching of psychological skills or techniques per se, but kind of like be like the older members and
hmm
conform and obey.
Yep.
And
Very
that's how
rigid
you'll
rules.
graduate.
Very rigid rules that were always changing.
Mm-hmm.
So you were always doing something wrong, and you could never ask and question and say, well, you told me yesterday that this was wrong, but then I did this. Why, you couldn't question it. And it was very focused on groupthink. So
Mm.
they did not want you to ever think for yourselves.
So I assume that there was phobias put in people's minds that you're a drug addict
Mhm.
forever and you're a bad person and what else? That you'll be a failure
Mhm.
forever.
You needed this program to survive. And if you wanted to walk out that door, you were going to end up becoming, for the girls, it was always sex focused. So you were going to become a prostitute. You were going to die by suicide. You were going to die by overdose. And
Uh-huh.
so, yeah,
Terrible.
yeah. So that was definitely a phobia that they implanted every single day. I mean, you would hear them yell.